Welcome to Mike Ferry TV. My name is Valarie Caro. I'm a real estate broker in Flagstaff, Arizona. I've been selling real estate there for 30 years, if you can believe it. And I've been with the MFO organization and Mike Ferry for about 6 years now. And I can tell you honestly that Mike changed my business, and I am so grateful to him and Sabrina for everything that they've done. So Mike asked me to talk about market domination today, which I'm very excited about. You know, Mike teaches us that you are not a product of your market. You can actually dominate in your market. Now, Mike teaches us to build a profitable, predictable business in any market. And we need to listen to him and to what our coaches are saying. You know, there are two basic market types, a seller's market or a buyer's market. You know, the information that I'm sharing with you today will work in any market, so let's get started. I want to let you know when the market shifted, when it actually went down the toilet without touching the sides from 2006 to 2011, I was fortunate enough to be introduced to Mike and the MFO organization. It was during that time, honestly, that Mike worked on mindset. Mike worked on skill building. We worked on role playing and really building those basic skills. And during that time, in the first couple of years, I was able to actually double my business. I went from 45 transactions a year to 90 transactions a year. So I know everybody's heard Mike say that the market's going to shift, or go down, which I am super excited about because I'm ready to double my business again. It is our advantage going into a down market. I love a down market. So Mike's telling us in all of the information that he's sharing that we need to take substantially more listings. You know, there's going to be a market shift, and that means in most areas, the market's going to go from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So, number one, write this down. You need to be doing your research right now. Know what the buyers are buying. And this could be location-driven, it could be price-driven, or style-driven, or a combination of any of those. So preview property, you know, even if you're going to be previewing online, and have a very clear understanding of what the demand is from those buyers. And then very simply list what those buyers are buying. That's the way to continue your production through a flat market. You know, Juan Martinez, who's a great MFO broker here in Las Vegas, is the master of his numbers and statistics. I love talking with him about that. He will blow you away with the statistics. And you know what? It's absolutely no wonder that his agents here don't have a huge advantage. I know. What a great guy. Number two, my friend Maria Hoffman from Tampa reminded me this week that the other agents in your marketplace are your customers too. You want to know what their buyers are buying. You want to have those conversations and be asking them. You want them to sell your listings, and you want them to do business with you. And you want to encourage them to want to as well. They want to sell your listings. We have the best listings out there, basically. And be courteous. Return their phone calls. Encourage them to bring their buyers to your listings. You know, we know in a transaction that the pressure is on the listing agent. Everybody knows that. There's a lot of pressure there. But I want you to also remember to be that calming effect in the transaction. So be that quiet in that eye of that storm. That's what we practice all the time. So I want you to also remember when it comes to these agents that, the majority of agents do not have the benefit of MFO training and, Mike Ferry all the time. We want to be helpful. We want to help give them the words for their clients also. They don't practice like we do all the time, and sometimes they struggle for the words. So I will always help them. I will say very respectfully, I know you know this, but, and then I will give them the words, and sometimes that gives you the edge, and we're always looking for the edge. Be confident and appreciative. No matter what the offer comes in at, basically, I will always say thank you so much for the time that you took writing this offer, and then move from there. So always thank them, never make them wrong for doing whatever it is they're doing out in the market. So they sometimes struggle for the words, and I want you guys to help them and be calm. Whenever the market shifts from a seller's market to a buyer's market, it becomes a price war and a beauty contest. Keep that in mind, write that down. So know what the buyers are buying, and then just simply give them what they're looking for. Okay, number 3, relearn your price improvement scripts. And this includes the third portion of the listing presentation. I know we've been spoiled over the last couple of years. How often do you even get to the third part of that listing presentation? Me, not often. So we're going to start practicing those in our role play. You're going to also practice your price reduction scripts or price improvement scripts. And, don't be negative during this process. Use the words, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, the market's shifting in the direction of a buyer's market, and we just need to stay simply ahead of the curve. And so, seriously, how hard was that? It's actually easy. Mike makes it easy for us. Know your market stats. Be able to give that to your sellers so that they can actually look at the trending in the market, and use logic and not emotion. I wrote that down, especially for us expressives. And remember, it's not your price; it's the market price. And I really wish I knew the person who said there's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and it's called humility. And confidence smiles, and arrogance smirks. And so what we want to work on is our smile and being very confident and not arrogant during any of this process. So number 4, I wrote down practice your expired scripts. Just so you know, I love expired listings. And when I first joined MFO, it made me laugh. I heard somebody at an event say, "Oh, I love expired listings." And I literally gasped and I laughed and I said, "Oh my gosh, it feels like it might be a little too early in the morning to be drinking," because they said that. I was horrified. But I have to tell you, now I'm that person, and I have to tell you, I am laughing all the way to the bank now. So learn those expired scripts. So much fun and a lot of money. Okay, Mike Ferry has always said that in life, you want to be the firstborn son, the second wife, and the third listing agent. Keep this in mind. Some of the sellers are going to have to be listed, once or twice unsuccessfully before they believe that there's a new market in town. There are going to be agents out there that are telling them the market is still improving when clearly it is not. The days on the market are going to be going up. You're going to see appraisals start to level at some point. We just want to be ready for it. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Make sure you're an expired expert. What I say when I make my expired calls is I actually specialize in homes that other agents cannot sell. And boy, that gets their attention pretty quickly. Everybody wants the edge. Practice your expired scripts, your objection handlers. Go to mikeferry.com and download all of those for free. Get role play partners. Never take no for an answer when a yes is available. And you want to push nicely. Motivated people really like not aggressive, aggressive, attentive salespeople. That's how you know that they're more motivated. That's what they want. That's what they need from us. My coach, Kathy Anderson, says, be who they need you to be. And I think about that all the time when I go out on a listing presentation. And then one of my favorite things, after I get the signature, I will finish strong and I will say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you're making the right decision. And that just brings the tension down, makes everybody happy. And honestly, once we've taken the listing, they have made that right decision. Number 5, we want to talk about professionally upgrading your database. When Mike recommended I do this, I had to ask him what he meant by it. He simply said that he wants us to add any service people that we give money to, any and all of them. No matter what the market is doing, you always want to add these great people into your database. And remember, if you have people that aren't referring you business in your database that don't participate, it's okay. You can cut them loose. You can delete them quietly and replace them with somebody better. And so, you know what Mike says? Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. So I will once a quarter, I'll flip into the front pages of my productivity school book, and there's developing that center of influence list, and I will just quickly go through there and think, who else do I know as a trigger that I need to add to this list? And every single time I do it, I probably find 4 or 5 people that are new to my center of influence that I can add to that list. So that's great. You want to have a strong database. Follow a system for connecting with them, at least 8 times a year, which is the MFO system, and use that system 100%. That's my secret also. I do what Mike says 100, I try and do 100%, and what my coach says. So in closing, no matter what the market is doing, going up, going down, flat, remember these 4 words as you build your business: mindset, skills, activities, and actions. And these are what build a career in any market, in any time. So go dominate your market, have fun, and make today count.